Okay, and remove block. One hit. Oh, this is going to help a lot. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome. Sorry. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to Let's Play Empyrion Star Salvage. I'm 7-Foot Dust Bunny, and I've made a big decision, which is going to involve me getting in this ship, and also, ooh, there's a point. Where is that? How much of this can I take? Not a lot. Any more? There we go. Okay, we are loaded up to the hilt. We are off to get our CV. I can barely get off the ground. This ship is barely flying, because I have the warp drive in here, I have pentaxid, I have some thrusters. We're going to choose a CV today. I think I've got one in mind. I think it might surprise you all with the one I've chosen. We'll see what you think. So I'm gonna get over towards the CV and reveal what I have chosen. So we're a couple of clicks out. It's been a short eternity later because we can move a maximum of 56 meters per second even in space. And here we are approaching the ship I've chosen. Some of you can probably work it out from here which one it is. Now, I know I was very keen on the other ship, and I still am. And this one is not as pretty, but I think this is the better option. I just think I can build more into this. I think I can lean into expanding this. So it's going to be the Excalibur. So here we are with the Excalibur, ready to roll. Basically, we got some thrusters. Now the Excalibur here has some side thrusters, and the docking bay is even opening for us. Look, and it fits perfectly. What more could we ask for? Okay, so we'll turn our thrusters off, we'll keep our lights on. I brought plenty of oxygen with me for the impending, oh, better turn the old HUD back on, for the impending checks and tests we're going to have to do. However, one of the main reasons I chose this was basically its cargo capability. Its cargo capability is massive. And it can be expanded all the way out to be even more massive. So much so that I'm actually going to have to cut some of this cargo out in order to make things work. I will probably have to remove at least these two cargo bays. One of these I'm going to change into an ammo bay, probably this one. And yeah, all of this I'm going to link to it. I can't link to it at the moment because I haven't cored it, but I will be sticking a core in. I haven't decided where the core is going to go yet. If I stick just this down and turn it off because it's way over CPU, the generators can cope with it, but my plan is to move the pentaxid tank, take one of the generators out for now, because that's probably using a lot of CPU. And basically start stripping out. So we'll link to this is the ammo repository. This is an ammo repository. That's a storage repository. Wow, these are all ammo repositories? Okay, that's a little unnecessary. So plan number 1 will simply be to remove this block here. Have I got enough inventory space? Let's just which one? I want to use that for ammo eventually, but I need to make some inventory space to make sure I can take this block. I've got oxygen with me, plenty of it, and food. So I'm going to take that one out. And where did that retrieve to? That probably retrieved to one of the ones I just linked to. I have to check which one I linked to. I don't remember. Oh, inventory full, inventory full. Ammo repository. So we're going to take that ammo repository and put it in hither. So that way round. You can be the ammo repository. You, I'm going to now take, and you can be the first of many storage repositories. Why can I not? Because that stupid box is there. I can't put it in. Really, game? That's annoying. So yes, this ammo repository is going to be the main ammo repository, which I will basically go to and move all this across. Fightertron, we're going to take some of your essential parts and put them in here so that we can ease up your storage capacity should we need to. You can keep the small grid blocks. That's cured most of the problem. The fuel will move across. We'll need to look at fuel tanks and generators shortly. Have you disappeared now? Thank you. So this will be our main cargo. And on that end, I should have a spare multi-tool, he says. I should have bought the spare multi-tool. Did I bring the spare multi-tool? I did not bring the spare multi-tool. Excellent. That is only slightly annoying because my repair bay is at home. I meant to bring the spare multi-tool. So we're going to start off by basically stripping out these. And the carbon composite? Really? Ooh. Okay. Anyway. We'll strip those out as well. We're going to strip these out. This is eventually, this whole area, I think, is going to become a floor of its own. Above the things, this will probably be where my grow area is going to be, because then it drops down in size. This is obviously a spacing for a big turret. This will be the living area and medical. And this is the bridge. Again, we might end up chopping this around a bit over time, because this takes me out to a nice little landing bay for my SV. Really, I'd love to have a repair bay just so I can repair the blocks that need repairing. But at present, that's not entirely an option. So the thought will be to just change a bunch of this, how this is going to be laid out. And then settle this down so as we can at least run it on the T2 core and fly it. At the moment there's plenty of fuel. There is a grav gen, so I can have gravity if I want it. There's plenty of space for oxygen. a whole bunch of this can be just stripped out in terms of blocks, because I'm going to make space for 1, adding additional thrust, and 2, where's the thrusters there? What? The thruster right here. What does it do? Where does it go? I don't actually see it. That's a medium enclosed thruster. Oh, it's covered over. Isn't that interesting? So that actually actually has more thrusters than you think. But we need some forward thrust, which we don't seem to have much in the way of at present. Now I can probably put some basic forward thrust on that side, and this side needs rebuilding. But I would like to get it mobile enough that I can move it over to one of the other wrecks and then start using that wreck to repair it. Because there is quite a few thrusters on board. So I'm going to need some braking thrust, which I don't currently have, which can go in behind these plates. And I'm going to need some forward thrust too. So there is a wireless connection. Excellent. Love to see it. So is that thruster as well? We got some up thrust there. So how many, to be precise, forward thrusters have we got? We are going for which storage repository was it? I'm gonna have to rename it. Which what? I sure I moved a bunch of stuff into the storage repository. Okay. Where did everything that I moved into that storage repository go? It went into the... That's alright. It went into the, went into the armory box. Don't crap yourself too much, Seth. Right. So all of that can go into the main storage box there. I only have 2 of these. So I only have 2 medium thrusters at the moment. There's plenty of places I can go to get more. So that's not a big deal. I will rename that eventually. So I think we need to add the braking thrust to start off with. Can you go there, and you go here, and there, and you can go here, if you don't mind. Excellent. Oh, and I did the stupid. I'm all fingers and thumbs today. Or all just thumbs. So my plan is to stick that one. Can't see the button. There we go. So stick that one there like that. And we'll stick the converse one the other side. I should have just put mirror mode on because that would have worked for now. You have successfully mounted 2 medium thrusters. I have. Onto a CV. No less. And if I'm really canny, I can probably find a small thruster and do that and complete the quest. We are now over CPU. Excellent stuff. What do we have in the way of thrusters? Let's just have a look here. We have 2 T2 fuel tanks. That one is, though that T2 fuel tank is apparently 199% damaged. What? We have a shield? We have a shield on here. I did not see that. Oh, that is a win. Okay, we don't have any small thrusters. That's fine. We have a bloody shield on here. Oh, where the hell is the shield? Because this is one of the other things that's going to be happening is I'm going to be running around trying to find, like, well, some of these blocks. These blocks will be coming out and be used to repair the hull. if I take them, even though they're super damaged, they're fine. Look, this is super damaged, but I get a block for it. Whereas if I try and repair it, it dies. So that's also worth remembering when it comes to some of these things. So like some of these super damaged blocks that just don't seem to be able to be repaired should just be taken like that. That one, that one, that, and that one should all just be taken. Same over here. So all these ones, if I just take them out, they're actually better off. And I think if I put them back, they go back in as full blocks, fully repaired. I'm going to check that, because that might be a nice little cheat. So at the moment I think they were that block. No, they weren't. But what I'm going to do is do that block like that, and then do it with this block. And I should have been doing mirror mode. I will have to engage mirror mode shortly. I'm not going to keep you guys in for all the building, because obviously that gets a little bit dull. Oh, I see. See, now I'm going to take this apart again, which is how these things go. So I'm actually now going to put this in as just plain triangle blocks. Like these. And I think that maintains a look. I'm not sure if it's the look it was intended to have, but it maintains a look. And what I might do is change this around, so things will become my own look over time. In fact, I am going to change it around further. No, I'm not, because then I can't put a cannon on there. Change the plan. But yeah, this is basically how things are going to go for now, for a little bit, until I can get satisfied that I'm going to be able to get this thing moving. And get the sort of actual CPU under control, because I need to stick in a T2 CPU somewhere. I have it with me, but I haven't decided where. So at the moment I just want to strip out some of these cargo extensions, get the CPU nicely under, see what I can work out. Well, I think I'm going to have to go back and get the advanced multi-tool, because this is so slow. I mean, I've actually opened this area up. You would think I'm making it worse here. As I've started repairing this. I'm a bit confused as well, because as I've been repairing things around, adjusting the cargo layout, this repository, which had 322, I took out the entirety of this repository and stored it in there. And I have no blocks for it. I don't know what happened to them. Some of the blocks I'm taking, maybe that's one of the things with this. You don't actually get all the blocks. But I've been taking these blocks, and it says I get them. And some of them I have been getting, but not all of them. So I'm not quite sure what's happened there. I found the shield. The shield is here, and at the moment I'm leaving it in situ. We are under CPU, not by a vast amount, but all this has to come out too, so that's not too bad. This horrible wood roofing. I need to sort of work out how I'm gonna lay this all out, because this area back here, I'm thinking is having as a secondary landing bay as well for something. Haven't yet decided whether I'm having it secondary landing bay or putting some thrusters on here. But as you can see, if you look here, it goes up and down again, which is fine. Don't have an issue with that. And this gives us access to the living quarters. So, I mean, this could even be like, if I don't want it as a secondary landing bay, which, because I might put some thrusters in here, depending on how I'm going to lay this out. This could always be a farm. I might have to move this around a bit, but this could be a farm. But I'm not sure this needs to be as high as it is. I'll say this is kind of living quarters. And that takes us up to the main deck. But, you know, I'd actually be tempted to put living quarters up here and repurpose this area. Maybe to make the whole thing a grow area. And like I say, that can be a separate landing bay. I would also be very tempted to have this elevator go all the way up. At the moment, that means it would come out right in front of at the front of the cockpit. Not necessarily a bad thing to some extent, but I might end up moving this over to one side a bit. I'm struggling to get down it now. Move it over to one side a bit and bring it up a couple of blocks over. So have to sort of have a look at how I'm going to lay that out, because at the moment, not a great fan of the elevator anyway. But if I was going to do it, I'd have to move it a couple of blocks over only, and that's going to look a little odd. So I just need to work out where I'm going to do it. So, because at the moment that goes down to here, and there is actually no way other than using your jetpack. Well, there's those two, sorry, that go up. But if you take this one up through a couple of blocks over, it would come out here somewhere, which is unfortunate. But I don't particularly love this as is, so some of this might change in the future. As I say, I'm going to have to go and get the secondary multi-tool, and I think I'm going to have to go and grab a couple of extra thrusters, just because at the moment I have 0 forward thrust, I have 2 reverse thrust, most of my thrust is actually on the sides. I could swap them around. I have a whole bunch of of thrusters that will push me down, and only one that lifts me up. But that all needs messing around with, and my temptation is actually to get one of the large thrusters we found on one of the ships, because the large thruster is, if I look here, I should be able to see it here in the thing. The large thruster is a 2x2x4. So my reckoning is you should be a 1, 2, 3. Oops. There should be hope of getting it in here, which I quite like the idea of. Putting the large thruster in here and having 2 enormous large thrusters there to lift me up. But this is the other reason I haven't taken this off, and I'll do this on screen just so you can see it happen. If I do take this shield generator down, I don't want it to disappear like some of the things have. So let's take this shield generator off. There you go, one polarized hull generator. It's in the storage. Right, And this is me gonna head back to base now. I've left the oxygen on board, he says, I believe. Everything of value from the Fightertron I'm gonna move across. Anything of significant weight anyway. Core, and that will move across. That fuel will move. These blocks I'm not too worried about. And I'm actually going to take this temporary core with me as well. Just on the basis that that way this vessel should be less likely to be attacked. And as there isn't competition in the game, so to speak, for salvage, hopefully no one else will come and steal it. So with that, I'm going to head back to base and we'll look at getting some extra bits to get this going. So I'll just bring you back in very quickly. I'm back on the home planet and I'm here at the crashed DSE back I marked quite some time ago, which we found. And I'm going to pick up some of the medium thrusters from here and maybe a few other bits and bobs before I go and hopefully upgrade my multi-tool. Well, I got 8 of the 9 thrusters. I had to leave 1 behind. There's 6 in here and 5 in the ammo. Sorry, 6 in there and 2 in the ammo. That's 8. Counting 7. I am going to repair this one. Yoink. Job's good. And we're going to see if we can upgrade our constructor. We need steel plate, 2 computers, 5 energy matrices, 50 cobalt alloy, and 10 flux coils. We got 10 flux coils. Cobalt alloy. That's going to be tight. We need some steel plate. We've got oodles of steel plate. I think it was like 10 steel plate. These we can ditch for now just to save some inventory space. Those blocks we'll put away as well to save some inventory space. So what was it? I need 2 computers, 5 energy matrices. 2 computers, not a problem. Energy matrices, 5, also not a problem. Oh, took 6. So cobalt alloy. Hopefully I can actually make some cobalt alloy. Now I still got a few of those making. Can I make some cobalt alloy? I will output 5, so I need another 2. I need another 20. So hopefully I can make those. In the meantime, I'm going to connect to this and just harvest the goodies of the plants. Yoink, yoink. Happy days. This is off, right? This is off, yeah. Plenty of food. This is off, right? No, yes, no, yes, yes, no, no. We've got absolutely loads of plant protein. Oodles of it. Food-wise, we're not terrible, but we're also not laughing. We've got a little bit of food in our other ship. We can make a waffle here. Waffle's not bad. Let's see if we can hit up a pizza, or which one's the most effective? A pizza. Fruit pie is also possible, apparently. Nope, not anymore. Burgers are possible, but that's with us reconstituting the meat. Otherwise it's bread. Meh. The other thing that would help with that is water, I think. If I put the water I'm carrying in there, it might also help. We'll have a quick check. And does that open up anything else? That does reopen the fruit pie. So I will have a fruit pie as well, if you please. Fantastic. So hopefully that cobalt alloy will be done. And we can upgrade our constructor. Cobalt alloy. Cobalt alloy. It's still doing that. Okay, constructor is moving at hyperspeed. Of course. Oh, nice. Oxygen. Oxygen is not quite so well versed. Any chance of grabbing... Have we got any O2 still in here? We have not. Fantastic. I'm sure we've got a bunch of O2 bottles somewhere. I mean, we've got some there. I'm just going to put some of those in there and check if the Fightertron's got oxygen. It has. I mean, if I used the oxygen unit on the base, obviously I could refill there. What I prefer to do is use the actual oxygen bottles. There is always the other option, which is to come out here and go into the back of the Fightertron if we just open it. And I can hit that one a couple of times, and that will pretty much top me off. And then I just need to go back in here and top up all the oxygen I stole. Thank you. We have plenty on board the main ship, so we should be okay. Right, how are we doing on that cobalt alloy? Excellent. Okay, I would like to upgrade to an advanced constructor. Drink. There we go, advanced constructor done. Now, I would very much like the advanced multi-tool, which I am missing, of course, a flux coil. Bastard. Okay. I have a plan. Some people may not like this plan, but I'm gonna do it anyway. My plan is simple. I am going to take this apart and just put it into the base storage, and I believe this should give me... I should be able to liberate a flux coil from this. I want it as salvage. So if I salvage this block, I should be able to get at least a flux coil from it. Do you get a flux coil? I didn't see. Tell me I got a flux coil. You bastard, didn't give me a flux coil. There's many things here that's possible, but these are... The reason I'm using these is because there's so many of them I've seen around on other planets. I can just grab them. I mean, at the moment, the base is just a tiny bit over standard CPU, but that's fine. I can stick one of these in down here in a minute, and that will not be a problem. It's not actually a problem to me that it's got the base thing. There we go, 3 flux coils. So for example, if I now just take this block right here, there you go, that should still remain airtight. I can actually put the T2 core in here and we're fine. So that was worth it. All in all, I'm gonna say worth it. Now, giveth me the advanced multi-tool. What would it take? How close am I? I mean, I know I'm now level 19. I can't get the master yet. I'm not quite there. I'm way off, I think. Oh, I'm so close to 20. What would it take for the master? Let's have a look. The master multi-tool requires 6 flux coils, some power coils, an advanced multi-tool, steel plates and blah. It's doable. I mean, I've got to make the advanced anyway, so I might as well make the advanced. But I mean, it is doable. Because if I placed another one of those and then salvaged it with the advanced multi-tool, by leaving this multi-tool behind, just to make sure I don't mess around, take the advanced multi-tool, hello, and then put this back in I know people again are going to get upset that I'm doing these, but doing it this way, I can't off the top of my head think of a better way. But assumably, he says, I'm going to be able... I got 2 flux coils. I don't see that I actually got that much more for that. I'm going to do that again just to see. This is an advanced multi-tool. Salvage. I mean, it definitely works faster. 1 flux coil. I mean, my word is fair. That goes with that. I don't actually have enough. I would need 6 flux coils. So again, I've got 1 left. Because I kind of want the master now. Now I'm going this far. I want the master. Did I get another flux coil? What did I get? How many flux coils? How many flux coils? Tell me, tell me, tell me. I didn't get any flux coils that time round. Oh, because I took it. Ha ha ha. Oh, like a fool. Like a fool, I took the block. Okay. 4 flux coils. Win. So now I have enough. Now I just need to get some experience to go out and boost myself up to the master multi-tool. Master, let's have a look here. What am I thinking? I'm wondering how long till a base attack. Still 2 days till a base attack. The ship is pretty loaded up. I have a plan. My plan is simple. I am going to take this ship, find some things to kill for meat, and I'm going to shoot them until I level up. I'll be back. I return. Successfully level 20. I had a few lizard mules which I've already transferred their flesh into the fridge, volunteered themselves along with an ice golem, which was very kind of him, to give me a few handy resources, which is handy dandy dandy, to be quite honest. Because that I need to put in there with the other ones, because yeah, a few ores will come in very handy for, again, making things like more cobalt alloy if required. So this means I should now be able to unlock, he says, we are at level 20, we can unlock the master multi-tool. It costs a whacking 250 points, but I'm gonna do it because it seems well worth it. Durability 1000, durability 500, so the durability is actually much greater as well, which is a good thing because it's damned expensive to make. I also picked up some more of my hydrogen bottles and restarted them going, so I can make another hot stack of these, which will be excellent for fueling up my vessel. I also picked up some more pentaxid while I was there, which is all very helpful stuff. Now, okay, where do I make the master multi-tool? Yes, please, you require an advanced multi-tool. I forgot about that. Yes, you require the advanced multi-tool. Please have this advanced multi-tool to start with. How about that? I don't know why it's kind of a greeny color. I guess the advanced mode tool was a different color because it would have to make one, but that's fine. What is this? Scrap boost. Input military scrap. What does it do? Increases carrying capacity of scrap armor. Can only be placed on scrap armor. Oh, okay. What armor is this? Is this like heavy armor? Heavy something armor of some description I can't see because it's gone off the screen. I don't know what armor that is. That's like heavy scrap armor. Okay. Right, let's make this puppy. This has been my biggest investment yet, but it should be super worth it. Because it should take blocks out. In fact, I'm just going to test it on one of these concrete blocks, because I want to take one of these concrete blocks out to put an oxygen unit in anyway. So we're going to test it there, because I think I have an oxygen unit here ready to go. I kept questioning myself whether I actually lost the heavy armors or not that I found, or whether I did actually put them in inventory. No, they're gone, which is really gutting. I can't believe I lost those 2 heavy armors. That would have been really useful, especially if because I've been wanting to take on that advanced abandoned outpost, but there's no way I'm taking it on without some decent guns and decent armor. Right, that's just the standard multi-tool. How long is this taking? Done. Let's turn it off, because it uses a lot of power. Okay. Where is it? Hello? Where is the advanced multi-tool? Please? Tell me where it went. There. I can see it. I can see it there. So, here it is. Master multi-tool. Now, of course, I've lost a charge out of that, but I'm assuming it's going to be worth it. Right, let's just hook up to... Where's me oxygen thing? My oxygen thing is there, but I'm going to switch it over to this one if I can. Can you take it? Yes. There you go. Okay, and remove block. One hit. Oh, this is going to help a lot. This is going to be ludicrously useful. Right, where did that go? Where did the oxygen thing go? It should be in here somewhere. Oxygen. Why can I never see it? There we go. There we go. O2, thank you. That is going to be ludicrously useful. So hopefully that will save me on my charges. I have a reasonable number of charges already. I have some extra drill charges. I don't think I have extra multi-tool charges. I do have a bit of Promethean. I could make more, but I think if I get through the 20, I will worry about making more then. So I'm going to head back to the CV that will be our CV and start doing some modifications, I guess, and start finishing it off. Now we've got a little bit of space in here in which I'm going to put this pentaxid. I will process it on site. That's not a big deal. It will help with the extra pentaxid I'm going to need to jump around with it. But this should now be a lot easier thanks to the extra multi-tool and extra gear. The only thing I might do before I go is make myself a little extra food, which I forgot to do. So I'll do that, and I might even put some oxygen on the go before I leave and take that with me. But next episode will be hopefully moving our CV. So I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, like and subscribe as always, and join us again next time. Thanks a lot.